Cowherd, are you concerned about LeBron's workload heading into the playoffs?
Just a little bit. If a car has 30,000 miles, you don't know if it's off-road, it's freeway driving, it's city driving. This is a lot of miles, not just minutes. You got a coach thing. They've rebooted the roster. There's been a lot of press stuff. I think you've seen him snap at a coach. It's not your typical LeBron season. It's been a different season.
You act like LeBron's a Hyundai. He's a Mercedes. Mercedes are meant to go for 200,000 miles.
Yeah, Volvo.
He's never won a title when he's played over 3,000 minutes, and he's only gotten to 2 finals with over 3,000 minutes. Forget the 15 years. Man, with these NBA guys, I'm sorry, but you start going to 7 straight finals, that's another season.
Well, look, if LeBron doesn't make the finals, it won't be about minutes. If he doesn't win a title, it won't be about minutes. It'll be that Toronto is actually pretty good and got a hold of them in the Eastern Conference, or they're going to meet a Rockets team that's really on a nice ascent, or a Golden State team that's, a historic champion. And so I don't think it'll be about minutes. LeBron, again, is in control of his minutes. He's playing 37 minutes a game, which I think is like the 3rd fewest he's played in his career. I think his workload's fine.
Yeah, I'm with Jason on this. I mean, let's look. What LeBron's doing is phenomenal. In your 15th year, he looks like he's in his 4th year flying through the air dunking. But let's not act like this is completely unprecedented. Kobe Bryant in his 16th and 17th years averaged 38 minutes a game, which is more than LeBron's doing now.
Was that million or minutes, she said?
Michael Jordan, in his 15th season, he was 39 and then turned 40 years old. He averaged 38 minutes a game, played all 82. So this is not that out of the ordinary. And like you said, look, LeBron's got all the science, all the doctors. He's got his personal trainer. He's got his personal masseuse. He's got everything at his disposal, a hyperbaric chamber, to tell him how his body feels and when it's ready. If he were concerned about this, I don't think he'd put the playoffs in jeopardy for the regular season. So I don't think it'll be an issue.
It won't be an issue, but I think he knows, like you said, he knows his body. He knows what he can and can't do at this juncture of his career better than anybody. But I just look at, like you said, it's going to be a taller task going into the playoffs, Golden State or Houston, whoever it might be. I don't think Toronto has enough to beat them in the East, just my opinion. I think it's mental edge that he has above Boston and Toronto. But moving forward, that's a lot of minutes, a lot of games, that's a lot of wear and tear. But
I think this is a choice, though. If LeBron didn't want to play all these minutes,
he ain't got
LeBron
no choice.
they
wouldn't be in the playoffs.
But again, LeBron.
You don't think he could? He couldn't say, "Look,
cut it back to
33 minutes a game."
No.
No.
Bad as they are defensively.
Well, he ain't helping.
No. But I'm saying, so therefore, the scoring and assist, he needs to be just his presence on the floor needs to be out there for them other 6-7 minutes of the game.
I don't think it's about minutes. It's about him choosing to play all 82. He's playing a manageable number of minutes. He's just playing every game, and that's a choice. He has heard people like me say, hey, man, Jordan played 82 like 6, 7, 8 times in his career. You've never done it. And again, I went through there's a whole list of all-time greats that played 82. LeBron wants to put that on his resume. I played 82.
Because it's been by choice for him to sit out.
Yeah.
Because of injuries and other things that other players historically have probably went through. For the next season, be like, okay, I want to play all 82. But it's been his choice at the end of the seasons to rest the last few games, which I think he's in position to do that again if seeding doesn't change, if they're not fighting for the first seed or second. Then if they stuck in that 3rd spot, I can see him.
I think he's got to play just for chemistry reasons. Though.
I don't think so.
I would say
not
this,
April 17th.
I'd like to see him get rest, but I do wonder. It's not as taxing a league. It's more of a cardio league now.
I'm with you.
I mean, seriously.
The rules have benefited him. The rules.
Exactly
the rules.
right.
The rules have benefited him.
So I do think it's easier to play now.
Yeah.
Whitlock, you think the Thunder are a real threat?
I think against the top competition, they elevate their play and play better. I think, and these guys are laughing, Corey Brewer added to the lineup has clearly added something during this stretch. The guy's hitting like a career-high number of three-point percentage. He can run with Westbrook. I think finally Billy Donovan has made a move that actually worked and improved the team. It's the coach finally earned his money.
Couldn't I make the argument? Portland hasn't lost in a month and a half. Utah hasn't lost in a month. Oklahoma City's on fire. Man, we got two things happening. Some of the seeds are locked up, and some teams are tanking. You're not getting the same effort.
So you're not, why I'm laughing is you're hating against my guy again.
Westbrook.
Why? It just can't be that Russ decided to turn this switch on and be like, okay, I need to get back to where I was playing last year. That's what he's doing.
They're scoring like
5 straight triple-doubles.
a night.
Like, he's made his mind up as, like, it's time. And I think adding Corey Brewer, he helped, but it's Brody, in my opinion.
Beyond that, you said it. Remember, early in the season through November, Russell was deferring and trying to get Paul and Melo and all these guys in the offense. Come December, they were like, look, be Russ.
Yes.
Do your thing. Since that point, since the start of December, they are playing at a 55-win pace. Okay, so this team is legit. They've won the last 6, you're right. And Brewer helps because when they lost Robertson, remember they went through a lull and a slump when they lost Robertson because of his defense. Brewer can give you close to that. He's not as good as Robertson now and at this age. He's a very good defender, though, but he can shoot.
Better shooter.
And that's the thing. Robertson, it was like playing 4-on-5 offensively. Now you have another shooter who can hit threes, can run the floor. I think Golden State and Houston are the clear favorites. But if one of them falters, Golden State because of injuries, Houston because they just don't have it because we've seen Chris and James struggle in the playoffs, I think OKC will be that third team in the West.
Yeah, they I don't think no team wants to face them besides Houston and Golden State. Like, with the way they playing and the foul power that they have, it's like, I
agree with you that no one wants to see him because the fear is that at some point they will figure it out because I still think they play dumb. I still think they don't get enough consistently out of Steven Adams, who I think is a real force and could be in this league playing in a different situation. Again, I think Corey Brewer has added something. What they're doing, well, Paul George is out of there because the way Russ is playing right now, the way Paul George has
no matter how far they go.
He is shooting, to your point, Paul George is shooting 5 times less a game in the last month.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, by the way, Westbrook's great.
Yeah,
he's not staying there.
They winning.
Again, I think he'll tolerate that this year, but he's not in this league to shoot 12 times a game or 13 times a game.
I would say this. If they go deep, let's say they get to the conference finals, because I think there's a chance he'd stay. I think if they go out early, he's definitely gone. But look, if he goes to the Lakers, he's not going to be shooting 20 shots a game in L.A. either, because those young kids are coming. And Brandon Ingram and some of the others could be as good as him. Well, if he goes by himself.
They're not going to be in the playoffs next year.
You don't think they make it with George?
They need more than just Paul George.
They close now.
Close on accounts and horseshoes and hand grenades.
Let me tell you something. 13 shots in Oklahoma City is like getting 6 shots with the Lakers. When you living in OKC, and it's like you only get to pull the trigger 13 times. That ain't fun. You can play in the NBA finals. You can play it all, but 13 shots in Oklahoma City?
I think that's
but if you win, I think
most of the season his shots have been up.
If again,
it's been about around 17.
I understand, but Westbrook is now playing like Westbrook, and again, you've Steven Adams. I think they figured out. Westbrook probably figured out. Steven Adams is more reliable. Dump it in here to him. He's going to make 70% of his shots. I don't know if he's ever going to get those shots back in OKC, particularly with them having success. And when you go to Toronto on the road and win,
that's a good team.
Yeah, and I think my man Adams went 10 of 13 from the field. Westbrook shot a great percentage. I just don't know. Paul George, he's house hunting someplace else.
I agree.
I think
he got a house here already, and he lives in Oklahoma City. So,